Archangel Michael says, a storm has been circling around your life, and its center has a name you already know too well. There was a time when she celebrated your downfall in secret, thinking no one saw the smirk she hid behind false kindness. But now, the winds of divine justice are shifting, and what she thought was her protection will become her undoing. You kept silent when she mocked your pain, believing that your peace was more important than your pride. You watched her clapping behind your back, pretending to support you while whispering to your enemies. She felt powerful because your spirit refused to break in front of her, but she mistook your strength for weakness. She smiled when doors closed on you, and you had to start over from nothing. She whispered to others that you were finished, done, broken beyond repair. She convinced herself that your failure was permanent, but she forgot one thing: divine reversal always comes at the quietest hour. Archangel Michael says the hour has arrived, and the same smile she wore when you cried is about to fade into fear. You were not abandoned. You were being hidden. You were being preserved while her corruption reached its full exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 333. When she danced over the ashes of your efforts, thinking your fire was gone, the heavens were already preparing a new flame. She manipulated others to believe that she was right about you, that you were always destined to lose. But now those same people are seeing through her illusion. The ones who clapped for her when you were struggling are now quietly removing themselves from her circle. The truth is seeping through the cracks of her well-designed lies. Her charm is fading, and her smile is beginning to twitch from the weight of the secrets she buried. Her turn is coming not just in whispers but in headlines. Her reputation, once so carefully crafted, is beginning to collapse brick by brick. Everything she stole. Your peace, your recognition, your name, is crawling back to you like it knows where it belongs. She didn't expect you to rise again. But you're not just rising, you're elevating to a height she'll never reach. The very room she tried to block you from our opening, not because she moved, but because she can't move you anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 441. Archangel Michael says the moment of divine reversal has been set. Your name, once dragged through the dust, is being written in gold in places where her name is being scratched off. Her influence is shrinking by the hour, and she can feel it, even though she won't admit it. She watches you now, still from behind, still in silence. She tries to fake indifference, but every step you take forward shakes her more than thunder. Because deep inside, she knows, your destiny was delayed, not denied. She used your silence as a weapon. She told others that if you were truly right, you'd have spoken louder. But what she didn't realize is that heaven doesn't shout, it acts. And now the action is underway. The first sign of her downfall will come through something she never thought would betray her, her own words. A conversation she had behind closed doors will resurface like a ghost and haunt her credibility. Someone she once trusted will open their mouth, and the truth will spill. Type Amen to get blessing 919. She's starting to panic, even if it doesn't show. Her eyes dart faster now when your name is mentioned. She's checking what you post, who you're with, and how far you've come without her knowledge. Because she thought your success had to come from her. She believed that if she blocked you, you'd be done. But the truth is, her blockage became your redirection, and the new path leads higher. The people who once ignored you are now intrigued. The very hands that refused to lift you are now extending invitations. And while you're entering places of honor, she's being escorted out of places she thought she'd never leave. She's facing the same emptiness she once celebrated in you. But now, there's no one cheering for her downfall the way she did for yours. Heaven doesn't clap for vengeance. It just restores and lets justice speak for itself. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Archangel Michael says you must prepare for a table that is already being set in front of those who misunderstood you. And yes, she will be seated nearby. Not to celebrate with you, but to witness what she cannot stop. There will be a moment where she tries to come back, to soften her actions with fake apologies. But you will feel the shift, her energy will still carry envy wrapped in sugar. Your discernment is sharper now, and you will not fall for the same traps. She may bring gifts. She may bring smiles. But behind all of it is the fear of what you've become without her control. She is not returning to support you. She is returning to see how close she can get to the light she thought she destroyed. And as you walk forward, she will have to stand still. The gates that once opened for her will now only open for you. Your elevation is no longer a secret, it's divine prophecy fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Remember the moment she laughed when you lost your job? That moment has reached its echo. You now stand on the edge of an opportunity bigger than anything you've lost. She will soon see your face printed, celebrated, and respected in ways she never imagined. And it won't come through revenge. It will come through redemption. The kind that doesn't scream but shines so loud it cannot be denied. You don't need to expose her. Her own footsteps are leading her into the trap she set for you. Her silence is now screaming, and her smiles have become forced. She once made you question your worth. Now, she questions her own reflection, because she's starting to see what she truly is. And the truth is, she was never powerful, she was just loud. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Archangel Michael says the season of reversal comes with fire, but it will not burn you. It will purify what remains and destroy what was never meant for your destiny. And she cannot escape it. She will start losing connections. Slowly, the people who cheered her on will go quiet. She'll try to understand what changed, but heaven changed it, not man. Your name will rise in unexpected places. You will be mentioned in circles she cannot enter. And her jealousy will eat away at the peace she once stole from you. Now the attention is shifting. The spotlight is coming to you, not because you begged for it, but because your silence was powerful. And now, even the quiet places are shouting your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Her face will soon be the face of regret. Not because you harmed her, but because you forgave her and still moved forward. That kind of grace leaves no room for ego. She will wish she had stood with you. She will wish she had never laughed. Because what you're building now is too powerful to be broken. The time is near when a letter, a message, or a phone call will come confirming her downfall. But you won't need to gloat. You'll be too busy walking into your calling. Your path was never meant to be a race against her. It was a revelation of your power in a place she thought you'd never rise. And now, you're rising for all to see. Type Amen to get blessing 666. What was hidden in darkness is being brought to light. And she will watch as your name is cleared, your efforts are honored, and your story becomes someone's miracle. The smile she used to mock you will soon fade into a tear she never thought she'd cry. She's already losing her grip. Every attempt to control the narrative is slipping from her hands. And what she fears most is happening: you're becoming untouchable. She once tried to be the author of your ending. But God has rewritten the script. And the new version ends in your elevation. She played games in secret. Now her games are being broadcast for the world to see. And her only choice is silence. Type Amen to get blessing 999. She will soon find herself isolated. Not because you exposed her, but because her own energy is being returned. You sow seeds in people's lives, and what she sowed is growing into thorns. The same lips that lied about you are now trembling with uncertainty. She knows something is shifting. She can feel the spiritual weight pressing down. You're not who you used to be. Your spirit has evolved. And now your voice carries the authority of someone who survived betrayal and still shines. Archangel Michael says stay grounded. You do not need to seek revenge. Just keep walking forward, because her turn has come, and heaven never misses its target. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She once thought her actions were invisible. That the whispers she spread and the schemes she set in motion would be lost in time. But divine timing is never late, it simply watches in silence until the moment of revelation strikes with precision. Archangel Michael says the time of silence is over. The watchtower of heaven has already sounded the trumpet, and everything she built from your broken pieces is about to collapse. It will happen in a way she didn't expect, and it will leave her wondering how it all unraveled so quickly. She will be forced to face the truth she buried. The people she used to turn others against you will now begin to turn against her. One by one, they are waking up to the manipulation she mastered. She didn't destroy you. She merely helped shape the steel in your soul. And now that you're strong enough to carry what's coming, the blessings are pouring in like a flood, and there's no dam that can hold it back. Type Amen to get blessing 707. A meeting will happen soon, one where your name will be mentioned in a room full of opportunity. But this time, it won't be tarnished. It will be respected, protected, and uplifted in the exact circle she tried to keep you away from. She will hear about this meeting. Not through gossip, but through a direct encounter with someone who used to believe her lies. They will tell her you've been chosen for something she wanted for herself, and her silence will be louder than any scream. She may try to block it again. But the difference now is, her authority has expired. The gates that were once in her hands have been transferred into yours. The weight of what she did to you is now resting fully on her conscience. And while you keep soaring, she will be forced to stay grounded by the chains of her own intention. Type Amen to get blessing 224. Her power came from shadows, whispers, deception, manipulation. But now everything is being brought into the light. And in the light, she has no power. You will not need to confront her. You will not need to send a message or declare a warning. Your elevation is the message. Archangel Michael says this next level will blind those who mocked your path. And her eyes will be the first to squint in disbelief, because she never thought you'd make it this far. But now you're going farther than she can comprehend. She underestimated your silence. She thought it was surrender. But it was strategy, and heaven was your strategist. Type Amen to get blessing 322. You didn't expose her. Her own energy did. You didn't lift a finger. Divine law simply applied the mirror. She smiled when you cried. Now she weeps when you shine. And that, child of light, is the justice you never had to demand. You've been through seasons of loss, betrayal, and ridicule. But now comes the season of clarity, confirmation, and restoration. Not only are you being restored, you're being elevated in the exact area where she tried to bury you. She will witness your return, not as someone seeking revenge, but as someone crowned in peace. And the peace she tried to steal will be the peace that drives her mad in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 484. She may try to rewrite the past, to clean up the mess she left in your name. But heaven has already documented the truth. And that truth will now be your shield. Soon, others will speak in your defense, people you thought forgot you. They will rise not because you asked them to, but because the truth they tried to suppress is now burning in their spirit. The weight of her karma is increasing. And even though she won't show it, her nights are restless. Her dreams are loud, and her peace is gone. She will try to seek comfort, but everything she reaches for will slip away. Because you can't build peace from stolen joy, and she built her joy on yours. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Archangel Michael says her time has come. She smiled at your failure, unaware that your comeback would be a divine prophecy fulfilled. Now the prophecy is moving, and her laughter has dried up. You will walk past her soon. Maybe not physically, but spiritually. You will see something she wanted handed to you on a golden plate. And she will see it too, from a distance she cannot close. Do not look back. Let her see what grace looks like from afar. Because if she ever valued proximity, she would have honored your heart when she had access to it. Now, she watches from the outside. And the gates around you are too holy to allow her in. Type Amen to get blessing 818. She may post pictures. She may speak sweet words online. But behind the filters and captions is a crumbling story. A tower built on pride and deception is falling, and only she can hear the creaking of its collapse. You, on the other hand, are rising without announcement. Quiet growth, loud results. Heaven doesn't need a press release to bless you. The things she said you'd never have, those are the very things being placed in your hands now. Not out of pity, but out of divine fulfillment. Because your prayers were never in vain. Archangel Michael says it wasn't just your plan that failed, it was hers. And the failure she celebrated in your life is now the foundation of your testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 373. She doesn't know how to stop watching you. She refreshes your profile. She asks others about you without saying your name. Her curiosity is no longer out of pride, it's out of fear. She's afraid of how far you'll go without her. And what terrifies her most is that you're doing better with nothing than she did with everything she stole. But this was never about competition. This was about revelation. And now, the masks are off. She once said you were not ready. But now, the world is proving her wrong. And her influence is shrinking like a shadow at noon. Type Amen to get blessing 606. She once smiled when you were silent. But your silence was full of strength. Your tears watered the roots of your destiny. You didn't break. You bloomed. And now, the bloom is loud enough for the entire world to witness. Soon, a public announcement will confirm everything you knew deep down. It will be the final nail in the lie she built. And the truth will shine through with no need for your explanation. The story is turning. The ending is changing. And you are the chosen one in a narrative she thought she controlled. Type Amen to get blessing 272. Archangel Michael says you were never forgotten. You were being hidden for the right moment. And that moment has come like a thunder that breaks silence. She who smiled when your world fell apart will now be left behind as yours is rebuilt higher than ever before. Every corner she darkened is now glowing. Every lie she crafted is unraveling. You've earned your wings in silence. You've walked through fire without making noise. And now, it's time to fly in front of those who said you never would. Do not look back. Her turn has come. And her own shadow is the only thing left following her. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She still carries herself with false confidence, thinking no one notices the fear behind her eyes. But the spiritual realm has already declared the verdict. Her smile was never a shield, only a signal of how deep her insecurities ran. She needed your downfall to feel superior, but now your rise is revealing every crack in her illusion. The people who once listened to her are now listening to something louder, your progress. Her words are being drowned by your actions. Her narrative is being eclipsed by your success. Archangel Michael says, this is not coincidence, it is divine design. Her chapter in your life is closing with poetic precision. Every page she tried to tear out is being restored by the author of your purpose. She watches now with dread, not hope. She hoped you would stay down, stay broken, stay forgotten. But your glow now travels through rooms she can no longer enter. Type Amen to get blessing 848. Soon, she'll try to act surprised, as if she had no part in the pain you endured. She will play innocent, but her guilt is catching up faster than her games. She's running out of versions to tell, because your truth is louder than all of her lies combined. Someone close to her is ready to speak. Someone who witnessed what she did, heard what she said, and stayed quiet for too long. And their silence is breaking in favor of you. That one sentence from them will shake everything she built. It will be so casual, yet so revealing. And when it happens, it will confirm what you already knew: she was never on your side. She once spoke behind your back. But now, the back she used to stand behind is turning away from her completely. Type Amen to get blessing 393. The moment she laughed at your loss, she planted her own harvest of sorrow. It's coming back to her, not from you, but from heaven's justice. And she will reap every drop. She cannot stop what's unfolding now. Her fake smiles are being met with cold silence. People no longer trust the charm they once adored. She had influence. But she misused it. And now, heaven is reclaiming every position she manipulated her way into. Archangel Michael says, watch how her access fades. One by one, the doors she used to walk through will shut. Not by human hands, but by divine command. Type Amen to get blessing 655. She will try to connect with you again, pretending nothing ever happened. She may even send compliments, trying to catch your attention. But her energy will betray her, and you will feel it. You will not respond the way she expects. You will not argue, curse, or attack. You will simply move forward, with the confidence of someone finally free. She cannot understand how you healed without her apology. That's because you weren't waiting for her words. You were moving by divine timing. And now, you are untouchable. Her greatest punishment is not your revenge. It's your absence. And she feels that absence like a wound that won't heal. Type Amen to get blessing 717. She used to be proud of how she manipulated things around you. But now, everything is out of her control. The very hands that twisted your story are empty. Even the people she tried to impress are starting to ignore her. Her stories don't hold weight anymore. Her presence no longer excites the room. You are the one people want to know now. You are the one they speak about when she's no longer around. And she knows it, she can feel it with every announcement you receive. Archangel Michael says, elevation will come in public. She won't be able to deny it, erase it, or twist it. She will be forced to face your glow with nothing but regret in her hands. Type Amen to get blessing 383. She may still act confident on the outside. But her inner world is collapsing. The universe is not mocked, every intention returns to its source. You once asked yourself why she turned against you. But now, you understand, it was never about you. It was about her fear of your potential. Your light triggered her insecurities. Your dreams made her feel small. But instead of healing herself, she tried to break you. Now, the light she once feared is the very light that surrounds your life. And she's shrinking in the shadow of your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. She smiled because she thought she won. But the truth is, she lost the moment she betrayed someone covered by divine purpose. She gave up something priceless, access to a chosen one. Archangel Michael says, you were not meant to beg for acceptance. You were meant to lead with grace. And now you walk into your future unshaken. She underestimated your silence. She didn't know you were being recalibrated. The fire she laughed at has become your crown. Let her keep watching. Let her wonder. Let her sit in the silence she created, because your glow will speak the truth louder than her voice ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 299. She had chances to change. She had moments to make peace. But instead, she chose pride over reconciliation. And now, the time of reckoning is not just near, it's here. She will soon have to face the one thing she always avoided, accountability. She never imagined that the same crowd that cheered her would now distance themselves. But the spirit of truth is rising, and no lie survives that wave. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. Her own footsteps are doing the exposing. And every step echoes what she thought would stay hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 464. You are being celebrated in spaces that once rejected you. She watches quietly, but her soul is loud with jealousy. Every blessing you receive reminds her of what she can never touch. She thought your story was over. But heaven said it was just beginning. And now your beginning is brighter than her entire scheme. She wanted to be you. That's the truth she'll never say out loud. But deep down, she envied what you carried, even when it was covered in pain. Now that pain has transformed into power. And that power is being seen by the world. Type Amen to get blessing 737. Archangel Michael says, you don't owe her an explanation. You don't owe her your attention. All you owe now is gratitude to heaven, for protection, redirection, and divine justice. Because when she smiled at your fall, heaven wept for what she had done. And now, heaven rejoices, for your rise cannot be stopped. She will soon fade into silence, and your name will ring with honor. Let her go. Let her fade. Because now, your chapter has turned. And this time, you are the one smiling. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.